Welcome to the Micro and Small Business Mastery, the podcast, where we help you navigate the ins and outs of running your micro and small businesses, providing actionable insights and strategies to thrive. I am Dr. Karen Lowe, founder of Epigram Consulting Services. Please like, subscribe, and share to help us get the word out about building great micro and small businesses. Today, we dive into a topic that is super important for setting your prices, especially when you're just starting. It is one of 3 strategies we spoke about in a previous episode titled Mastering Pricing Policies and Strategies for Your Micro and Small Business. In today's episode, we focus on cost plus pricing. By the end of this episode, you will see just how straightforward and helpful it can be for your business. We break it down into simple terms, show you how it works, and explain why it can be a game changer for your business's profitability. There are examples along the way to help you understand even more.
Let's go.
Let us start with the basics. Cost plus pricing is one of the simplest methods to price your products or services. So how does it work? You figure out how much it costs to make or provide your product or service, and then you add a percentage on top of that, which becomes your profit. That percentage is what we call the markup. For example, if it costs you $50 to create a product and you want a 20% markup, you sell that product for $60. You are literally adding up all your costs and adding, quote unquote, plus a bit more to cover your profit. That is why it is called cost plus pricing. So to break it down a little bit, your cost is everything you spend to make the product or offer the service, which is materials, labor, overhead, etc. Plus means you are adding a margin or markup, which is the amount of profit you want to make. You own a small bakery and you make cakes. It costs you $10 for ingredients like flour, sugar, and eggs, and $5 for labor, that is the time it takes to bake and decorate. Your total cost for one cake is $15. If you want to make a 30% profit, you take that $15 and multiply it by 1.30. That is your markup of 30%, which gives you $19.50. So you sell the cake for $19.50. And yes, I know no cake will sell for $19.50, but I wanted to make the math simple for you. So, why use cost plus pricing? First, it is straightforward. No complicated math or marketing strategies involved. This is great for business owners who are just starting and want a pricing method that is easy to understand and implement. Second, it guarantees you cover your costs and makes a profit. Many small business owners struggle with pricing because they are often afraid to charge too much and lose customers. With cost plus pricing, you can rest easy knowing you are at least breaking even and not selling at a loss. And as I always say, process matters. When you follow the steps, track your cost accurately, and apply a consistent markup, you create a reliable process for pricing. This helps with business success because you are not just guessing or pricing based on what others charge. You are basing it on what works for your unique situation. When I do pricing for clients, I create formulas in Excel to help with percentage consistency. Whether the percentage of rent that goes to that job, tax percentage, profit percentage, you name it. The only thing to do with new or updated products or services is to input the base cost like materials, time spent, etc. The Excel formulas calculate what should be charged. That is a process that makes it easy to move forward. Let us get into the how. Implementing cost plus pricing can be broken down into 4 simple steps. Number 1, calculate your costs. Start by identifying all the costs involved in producing your product or service. This includes direct costs like materials and labor. Indirect costs like rent, utilities, website hosting fees, etc. Add as much as is necessary to this list. Even your taxes should be included. If you are a service business, your cost might include things like time, the software you use, or any contractors you hire. Number 2, decide on your profit margin or your markup. This next step is to figure out how much profit you want to make. A common range for small businesses is anywhere between 10% and 50%, depending on your industry. Also, depending on your industry, always mark up with wholesale pricing in mind before you are approached or decide to sell wholesale. You cannot sell wholesale quantity at retail prices, and often by the time you need wholesale pricing, it is too late. Number 3, set your price. Once you have figured out your cost and your markup, you multiply your total cost by your markup. That gives you the price you should charge customers. So a $40 cost, which includes materials of $10, labor of $15, and overhead of $15, with a 25% markup, has a final cost of $50. Do not be afraid to set your price at what your product or service is worth, even if the market is lower. Number 4 and final, review and adjust. One important step many forget is reviewing your prices regularly. Your cost might go up over time, or maybe you realize your markup isn't enough to cover your expenses or to help grow your business. Regular reviews help ensure that you stay profitable. You are a freelance graphic designer. Your cost for a project includes your time. Let us say you pay yourself $45 an hour, plus the software you use may be $10 per project. If a project takes you 4 hours, your total cost is $190. If you want a 20% profit margin, you charge your client $228 plus any tax you must pay over to the government. Let us talk about why is cost plus pricing important for success and profitability. Cost plus pricing has a direct impact on your business's profitability because it ensures you do not undersell yourself. By covering your cost and making a profit on top, you create a sustainable pricing strategy that helps your business thrive in the long term. This method also takes the guesswork out of pricing. When you have a process to follow, you are more consistent and confident about what you charge. And let us be honest, having that confidence when presenting your price to a customer is key to closing deals. It helps you stay competitive without feeling pressured to engage in price wars. You know your price is based on the realities of your cost, not just what your competitors are charging. Following a cost plus pricing process ensures you can manage the ups and downs of market changes, like when the price of material goes up. When that happens, you can adjust your prices without losing profit. Now that you understand the ins and outs of cost plus pricing, here is your call to action. Take a moment to review your current pricing strategy. Are you factoring all your costs? Are you ensuring you make enough profit? Start small. Pick one product or service and run the numbers using the steps I shared today. Then implement your new pricing confidently, knowing you have a solid foundation to support your business's success. If you need help figuring it all out, feel free to reach out to me through Epigram Consulting Services. I love playing with numbers. I love helping small business owners master their pricing strategies and build profitable businesses. Also, 2 more pricing strategies will be available in separate podcasts soon. Thank you for tuning in to the Micro and Small Business Mastery, the podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you have not already done so, click the notification button for twice weekly content. We post on Mondays and Thursdays each week. If you have any questions or want to share your experiences with cost plus pricing, please leave a comment below or email us. Your feedback helps us create more valuable content for you and others. Your feedback and insights are always welcome. Also, what topics would you like me to discuss in the future? How can I help you? Epigram Consulting Services offers business coaching, strategy consulting, marketing solutions, and much more. You can always contact us if you need more practical solutions for your business. See our website details in the description below and in our bio. We're also on all social media platforms. Thank you so much for staying with me. Continue creating your business masterpiece.